Hello, trading is closed on October 24th, 2024. We'll do our disclaimer, go over our calls, make our predictions. It's my trading plan for Friday, which is October 25th. I want to point out I have personal business tonight. I usually spend a lot of time doing my analysis. I have almost no time to do it tonight. I'm going to do the best I can, but I might change my mind. And if you're going to risk money on my calls, please bear in mind I'm going to have a lot more time over the weekend. We had mixed signals yesterday. Here's what we said. We didn't get a gap and a prompt move outside the day's range. Next most common, close little change, big move the next day. Little change is under, because it was 0.25% or less. Close was 0.21%. So we got the next most common, and if this plays out, which it doesn't always do, tomorrow should be a big move in a day with the early high. During the day, we got an ultimate sell signal with a higher target. We've printed the higher targets. We've gotten the ultimate sell. That's already played out. This was a weak pattern. It should lead to lower prices, even if they don't print immediately. The one thing that would kill it would be to gap and take this high out early, and that didn't happen. So we should see lower prices if we have targets. But here's a big down day, no follow through, inside day. Larry Williams' work says we should trade higher tomorrow. So we should trade higher by his rules. Of course, if we get down under this low, forget it. But we should trade higher tomorrow. That doesn't mean we have to close higher, though. My stuff calls for a big move. A number of things have changed. Way back here, we had all kinds of stuff saying we were overextended. I was waiting for this to break. It never broke. Pretty soon we'll be out of the market's most bearish period. If we can't break during that period, it's unlikely we're going to break this under the most bullish period of the year, which is starting next week. We had sentiment indicators that were overextended. They no longer are. So it appears, to me at least, that we've taken care of this overextended condition, not by correcting in price, but by consolidating over time. If that's right, I'm going to call this wave Magenta 1, Magenta 2. I think we completed green 1 of Magenta 3. And after this down wave completes, which I'm calling wave 2, and I'm saying now probably won't go under this, we should start a wave 3 up of multiple degree, which should be a doozy and take us to new all-time highs by the end of the year. The one thing I don't have, it's just hard for me to count this drop as complete, and I have lower targets in the 5700s, and even though they don't have to print, I'd be happier if we at least undercut this low, hit this 57, 59, 31 target, and maybe the one a few points lower than that too. So in terms of time, I think this consolidation is almost over, and I think before too long we're going to start a huge rally into year end. That doesn't mean this correction's over in terms of price, but I do think it's almost over in terms of time. Well, Friday's pattern has the early high regardless of where we open. Typically it's a bullish day with a high in the final hour. Failure is a straight line drop. We didn't confirm yesterday's drop, and the big drop followed by an inside A should lead to higher prices printing tomorrow. That doesn't mean we have to close higher. The rules we've gone over favor a big move tomorrow. Doesn't tell us in what direction. I suspect it'll be clear enough early on. The market's no longer overextended, and sentiment indicators are no longer at an extreme. In terms of time, there should not be a lot of downside left. And if my count is right, we should soon embark on a wave 3 rally, wave 3 of multiple degree up. It would make a clearer picture for me if we had one more drop, although it probably won't be a big one before this rally starts. I can't say it's absolutely required, because just because I can't come up with a count that says this drops over doesn't mean I'm right. But certainly if we do get a down move, I mean, the ideal situation for me is to go higher, drop one last time, and probably before next week's out, have a low, maybe not even under 5,700. And if that were to happen, I think we should start a big rally lasting well past the end of the year. That doesn't mean we can just buy with abandon now, but I think in terms of time, we're darn close. Remember, I don't have much time to do my analysis today. I might change my mind, but that's what I'm thinking. It's the pattern with the early high, and that's today's call.